So I'm here at the sink where I just finished my last batch of dishes for the day, and I've also just completed 1 week using a new breathing technique that I've kind of adopted to help me increase my sense of mindfulness when I'm doing otherwise mundane tasks. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. Come on. Okay, so this space is a little more comfortable than the kitchen sink. So like I said, I just finished a week-long experiment to see if I could do this new breathing technique over the course of 7 days to see what it would do for me, what effect it would have on me. And as it turns out, the effect was pretty profound. So let me explain the technique. So I was doing some research and I came across a technique called 4-8 breathing. So some of you may have already heard of this. I think Andy Weil talks about it as 4-7-8 breathing. So in that framework, it would go, you breathe in for a count of 4, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then let it out for a count of 8. So in this other technique, it's just an in-breath for a count of 4, and then an out-breath for a count of 8. So it would be in through your nose, and then out through your mouth like this. Now, I decided to do the technique in through my nose for a count of 4, and then back out through my nose for a count of 8, because I thought that this motion, having to remember to do that, actually kind of broke the spell of the moment. I don't really know what else to call it. So what I found was, rather than saying a number, rather than breathing in 2, 3, 4, I decided to pair it with a mantra. So some kind of mantra that was either 2 syllables or 4 syllables. And then I would be able to keep track of the count that way. So for you, if you wanted to try this, you could say, I'm love. So you'd breathe in, I'm love, that's a count of 4. And then out, I'm love, I'm love, I'm love, I'm love. Anything that you want to do. So actually what the technique got me to think about was how I could turn any mundane task, so as you saw, like doing dishes, into an opportunity not only to become mindful of what I'm doing, but also to have this focus, this really profound focus on my breath. And I noticed what happened is that over time, anytime I would get a little bit anxious during my day, I would automatically go into that breathing technique. And then one of my mantras would accompany that. So as you can see, this is a really, really powerful day of introducing mindful breath work and the power of mantra right into whatever you're doing right in your ordinary day. And I'm sure you could think of 1,000 places where this could be useful. So if you're sitting in a work meeting and you're either getting bored or irritated or whatever you're doing, you could start doing this breath technique. No one would even have to know, and you could turn it into an opportunity to see if you can really hone your focus in some mundane task. For me, what I found is that it really, really helped me either when I was waking up in the morning to get set, it helped get my head in a good place, or when I was going to bed, I actually found it relaxed me very fast going to sleep. Or where I found it was most powerful was doing dishes. That's something that we do a lot of around here. We go through a lot of dishes during the day, and there's always some in the sink, and I would actually look forward to that because it was an opportunity to practice this breath technique. And of course, I would use it all through the day in any type of setting. So again, if this is something you want to try, then you can practice it with me right now. So again, it's in for a count of 4, and then out for a count of 8. If you'd like, you can breathe out through your mouth, or you can just breathe out through your nose. So it's in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here's something to think about. On that out breath, there's no reason to be doctrinal with it. If you feel like that out breath can keep going, then by all means, keep it going, and then take the next in breath when you're ready. And what you'll notice is that your breath isn't really just a straight line of in and out. It actually forms a circular pattern. So that's something that you can think about as you're doing it. So like I said, this was really, really useful. And I noticed that my anxiety levels over the last week have actually dropped precipitously. In fact, a few situations that would normally trigger me to feel really anxious actually had little or no effect on me. So that feeling of butterflies or queasiness or that shot of cortisol that sometimes you get, that fight or flight response, I've noticed that has been tuned way, way down. So after 1 week of practicing the 4-8 breathing technique, I've actually discovered that my anxiety levels have dropped very, very noticeably, and I'm enjoying mundane tasks even more. So this is something that you can practice. Let us know in the comments how this 4-8 breathing is working for you, or any variation. Feel free to share your mantra. Feel free to share any changes you made to it, and keep practicing.